Exodus chapter 22, verse 25. If you do lend silver to any of my people, the poor among you, you are not to be like one that lends on interest to him. Do not lay interest on him. In Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18, but you shall remember we have the name of God, your Elohim, for it is he who gives you power to get wealth in order to establish his covenant which he swore to your fathers as it is today. In 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 7, we have the name of God makes poor and makes rich. He brings low and lifts up. In Psalm chapter 37, verse 21, Lamed, the wrongdoer, is borrowing and does not repay, but the righteous one shows favor and gives. In Psalm chapter 62, verse 10, do not trust in oppression and do not become vain in robbery. If riches increase, do not set your heart on them. In Mishlei, which is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 19, such are the ways of everyone greedy for gain. It takes away the life of its owners. In chapter 3, verse 9, esteem we have the name of God with your goods and with the first fruits of all your increase. In chapter 10, verse 2, treasures of wrongness are of no value, but righteousness delivers from death. And in verse 4, poor is he who works with a lazy hand, but the hand of the hard worker makes rich. In verse 22, the blessing of we have the name of God makes one rich, and he adds no pain with it. In chapter 11, verse 4, riches do not profit in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivers from death. In verse 28, he who trusts in his riches falls, but the righteous flourish like a leaf. In chapter 13, verse 11, wealth from vanity diminishes, but he who gathers by hand increases. In verse 22, a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the wealth of the sinner is stored up for the righteous. In chapter 14, verse 23, in all labor there is profit, but talk of the lips leads only to poverty. In chapter 15, verse 27, he who is greedy for gain troubles his own house, but he who hates bribes lives. In chapter 16, verse 16, how much better it is to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding is preferable to silver. In chapter 18, verse 11, the rich man's wealth is his strong city, and like a high wall in his own imagination. In 22, verse 1, a good name is preferable to great riches. Favor is better than silver and gold.